Like it's a good time as any to check in and see how much the civilization has devolved in the last 24 hours. Twitter is fact checking our president, which means that on the tweets that are not fact checked, they agree are 100% correct. Questions for some, maybe not a bit of fact checking on Chinese politicians, Italian politicians, UK politicians, any other place in the country other than Donald Trump. And again, by their lack of comment, means that they agree with what he's tweeting. Now, the reason that Donald Trump is such a success on Twitter is because he understands the animal of which it is, and you have, well, machine learning using this platform to the utmost ability for the operation to continue, which is why they use machine learning, natural language programming, and neurolinguistic programming in order to use the correct words that are going to drive that inner inside of you, which makes you then respond to the tweet, which means that now, once this is exposed, and Twitter has now then put this fact checking into place, and then who's the person putting in charge of the fact checking? Well, heaven forbid he has some, let's say, some dicey language tweets. Maybe not the person that would be put in charge of such a job, but well, here he is. Okay. Take him for his word. He hates Donald Trump. He hates you if you voted for Donald Trump. He believes that if you live in a state that has voted for Donald Trump, then by the very fact that you're alive, then you're a racist. And these are the people that are now fact checking on a platform. Oh, but it's a private company. But that's the issue. Is when they were acting as a public square, then they are free from what is being published. But as soon as they editorialize the publications, then they become now on the hook for what is being published. Again, the things that they're not fact checking are 100% true. Look on my Facebook page, awful lot of injuries for one intern falling down in one ex-congressman's office. But here we are looking at the situation. It is within Donald Trump's right to fist fuck every single member of the media and every single person that pushed the fake Russian collusion, that pushed every fake anti-American angle from the beginning. He succeeded. Now you're watching these companies that are going, well, we're just going to hang on for dear life, hope we can rig this election, hope we can win, get the power back, and undo everything that's been done. That's what they're now saying. It really speaks to how close are they to really cracking the nut open on this infiltration, on these subversives that we're here working against our very rights and liberties, and how close they are to not only exposing the whole net, the whole cabal, which means that the actions that they're going to put out there are going to be even crazier. In this sense, you're now in a state of emergency. We're in a state of emergency that has been declared a long time ago. People forgot, but there's a lot of rules that Donald Trump can follow and a lot of leeway that he's allowed. And if all of a sudden a publisher in this case is now running afoul of the First Amendment, running afoul of this country in a time of declared emergency, means that they are knowingly and actively working against the United States of America. What is in Donald Trump's toolkit? We will find out via executive order tomorrow. We'll be interested to see what he does with it and how people respond to it. Did you run off? And I logged into my Parler account for the first time since December 2018. And my first Parler message in December 2018 said civil war is imminent. So, thanks. And that's why you watch this, because you want the news before it happens. And I'll tell you exactly how this is going to go down. There's something called the Algiers Plan, folks, and it's how the left has used rioting and the opportunity for draconian policing to be looked upon from the populace as bad. Oh, police are bad. We believe it. Now we're burning down an AutoZone. Okay, well, here comes the National Guard. The National Guard is going to protect the people from the police and the government. What they're hoping for, what the left is hoping for as part of this Algiers Plan, is that the National Guard oversteps and does something as ill-fated as this cop with a knee on the back of this poor gentleman's neck. And how many times do you think that cop said, hey, as long as you can hear him fucking telling you he can't breathe, and he's obviously can breathe, or he wouldn't be talking? Well, there was a whole lot of talking right before the guy died. And I'll tell you this much, if the guy was trying to kill him on purpose and he knew he was on camera, he wouldn't have done it, which lets me to believe that it's bad policing. And there were 3 other officers there that needed to police the police, and they didn't. The 4 of them have been let go. But here comes the Soros soldiers. Here comes the deep money that runs all of the divisive groups that are going to be. And right, remember, we all learned in the name of peaceful civil disobedience, in the name of Martin Luther King Jr., that we should all march arm in arm and sing whatever the hell we're going to sing until the world gets better. Smash cut to, you're burning down a Target. Here is a tobacco store with a bunch of, well, white people, black people, and Asians have semi-automatic weapons, and that store is not being burned down. That tells me everything that you need to know. Everybody's excited about all this this new contact tracing. You don't think there's any contact tracing going on if you were involved in the looting of a multi-generational, multinational corporation? You don't think that there are going to be arrests? You don't think that your data is going to be used against you if you choose to go out and be part of a mob and be part of looting? All of that data is being gathered. All of it. I love the police. I love the protesters on the 110, and they're shutting down the freeway, and they're making their point. Here come the cops, and they attack the police. They're smashing the car. If they could drag that officer out of there, they would absolutely kill him. They would absolutely do that in a second. Except what happens, the cop's like, I'm going to get out of here. There's somebody sitting on the hood of his car. He drives away. The guy takes a header, and now the guy's not getting up. Another cop goes up, and he pulls to the side of him going, Jesus, this guy all right? Looks down. We got one protester going, you got to help this guy. And immediately his car is surrounded, and people are hitting his car. His fate, he knows the same. Both cops drive away. Who is going to help the guy who's now laying face down on the concrete? Nobody, because you can't take a selfie in front of that guy. But you can take a selfie in front of a blown out cop car. You can take a selfie in front of a fucking blown out fire coming out of an auto zone. Go take a selfie in front of the dead guy laying in front of Cadillac Pawn. Which is a reason, folks, to get guns and get ammo and be able to protect yourself, your rights, your freedoms, your very person, and the people in your family. Because when this all flips, and it's known that the police are not here to protect us, they will not be responding to those calls. And it will be how you respond in offensive defense that dictates whether or not that mob will step one single foot on your property. Have weapons that are for short range, medium, and long. Have a bug out bag prepared. Make sure you have plenty of gas on hand. That's it. Enjoy your life. God bless America. JohnToll.net if you want to find out more about this. 17th Watch. More information on 17th Watch is at JohnToll.net. You can pay me via Venmo, via PayPal. Let me see what else. Go check out the merch at Weapons Grade Faith. I put that up on my Instagram account today, and thank you for those of you who went and supported the cause over there. And I'm not seeing any bit of it now, but support. And the more you buy over there, one day, folks, will be able to get taken care of in the name of having your own band. Or go to my weaponsgradefaith.bigcartel.com or my Shopify store and shop over there. And we'll be able to make it happen. Thanks for supporting Pit Boss 2000, PC Death Squad, and all of our fine stuff at Rokfin.com/JT. Endorse the palest of pale horses and get the app over at SoundsTooth.com.